Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Redcoin, the Nintendo podcast for 2016. Cameron here, joined as always with Adam, Chris, and Aaron, and we thought we'd start the year off by looking back on the previous year.
So let's get straight into it. Let's have our deliberations about what we thought were, the best games of the year, the best moments, things we're looking forward to.
So we'll go over the categories, shall we?
Yes, let's do that.
So we're going to be looking at most anticipated games. So this is only taking into account your expectations and the actual, not anxiety, but the hype that you felt for it.
Yes.
This is for next year?
This is for next year, for 2016.
Yeah.
Our most anticipated game. So we'll start our Game of the Year awards looking at forward-facing. We're looking into 2016.
We'll also have...
What do we think?
Do you want to go straight into it, or do you want to lay them all out?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so most anticipated. Chris, let's start with you.
I think we all know what Chris is going to be.
You have a pretty good idea of what your most anticipated game will be.
Oh, it's Legend of Zelda. Yeah, I couldn't think of a funny joke. Right. I was gonna throw you under the bus there. No. It's Chibi Robo, clearly. No, it's Legend of Zelda for Wii U.
Or NX, but Wii
or
U,
NX. Yeah, we literally don't know.
No, they've said Wii U.
They've said
it's
Wii U.
They have, but we don't know if they're going to be porting it.
Yeah,
so,
we don't know if it's going to be a Twilight
Plus,
Princess.
Okay.
So I feel this is pretty obvious. We've only seen very, very little about the game, but that's enough to get everyone excited, and everyone in the games industry is really excited for this game as well. Yeah. So I feel like it's a deserving nomination.
Well, look, I don't think we have to go any further.
No, I think we've got more nominees.
I'm trying to back you up. No, that's all right. Well, what do you think then?
All right, I think we can't not talk about Wii games on coming out and not talk about Star Fox Zero. So
sure, yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys are glazing over a massive game here. Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go, of course.
How is Pokemon Go not the most anticipated game of 2016?
Because it's not Zelda.
All right, I just want to acknowledge Star Fox, but it's not going to win. I know that. I just want it in the mix.
Yeah, we'll just chuck it in there.
Yeah. Cam, do you have anything you want to chuck in the mix that hasn't been acknowledged that you'd like to?
I think I put Cam in a hard place for Pokemon Go. Then.
No, Pokemon Go was mine from the beginning.
Oh, right.
I'm not a Zelda fan. Like Chris, I appreciate Zelda.
Yeah, but any other games? Cam?
Look, honestly, my vote would go towards Pokemon Go. I can't give you something else because that's what my heart was set on.
Yeah.
The only other thing I could, which isn't announced, is a Pokemon Snap 2.
Yeah,
but
that's not a real game. We're talking about real announced games.
Sure, okay.
Pokemon Go's, I have to back that up.
Okay.
Any mobile stuff or anything though?
Miitomo is not on my radar.
No, that's pretty much it. That's all I can really think of for that.
So
I'm not really that hyped on too much right now.
So
Nintendo one.
So are we ready? So let's talk about what are actually going to be nominees and what is actually going to win. So with this whole process, we want it to be as transparent as possible. It's going to be fluid in terms of the deliberation. So we've got Legend of Zelda as a formal nominee. I think Star Fox does deserve a formal nomination. Yes,
yeah, sure, Pokemon Go.
And when we have Pokemon Go as the winner.
So what are the other titles they've said so far? They said 5 titles on the NX.
5 titles on mobile.
On mobile.
I guess I've got one to shove into the mix. Pikmin 4.
Pikmin 4, yeah, great.
But that's not been formally announced.
Yeah, it has.
It has.
There's no trailers or anything, but Miyamoto says
it's in the works.
In the
I think that counts.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just trying to think of any sort of 3DS games that stick out at me in terms of coming out next year. I mean, we could put Pokemon on the VC, but I don't think that's fair. I think it has to be a new title.
Yeah.
There's Fire Emblem, which we've talked about. There's also Hyrule Warriors Legends is coming out on 3DS, but that doesn't excite me.
I think it's going to come down to Zelda and Pokemon Go.
But there's also Metroid Prime Federation Force. Well, it comes down to Zelda and Pokemon Go, but I think let's go for nominees that need to be acknowledged. We know Star Fox, Metroid Prime Federation Force,
Pokemon Go,
and it's between Zelda and Pokemon Go for the win.
Yeah.
I think. Are we all happy with that?
Yeah. All right. So let's look at it this way. Zelda. It's a very popular series. It's console centered.
Yeah.
And you get Pokemon Go, another popular series, but it's explored lots of other avenues as well. So not only is it a console game, it's a handheld, it's a card game.
Yeah.
It's got a series. I mean, Zelda's had a series. I'm sure there's a Zelda card game out there, but by no means as popular as Pokemon.
I think for me, what lets Zelda down, don't get me wrong, I'm really looking forward to as well, Chris. Like, it looks like a beautiful game, even without being a Zelda fan. But I think what lets it down for me is just how long they've delayed the release and the issues they've had with it. And I think that's worthy of a game of the year when so many problems arose with it.
Yeah, but then we're just talking about the most anticipated game.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah.
You know, so like I think that you know what you get with Zelda. I think you know that you're going to get a masterpiece.
Oh yeah,
something that's going to be polished to the nth degree. And we don't really know what we're going to get with Pokemon Go. Could be a bust.
It is true.
It could be a bust.
It might not be. It probably won't be. But you don't know, and because Nintendo have never done anything like this before. So yeah,
I think an argument for Pokemon Go is I'm still more anticipatory about it because it's such an unknown for me.
And that's where we have to say this is most anticipated, not what's going to be the best game, what's most anticipated.
I mean, it's very likely that the Zelda game will come out and it'll be great. But with no hard date, and everyone saying, it is going to come out next year, but this is the company that we know likes to delay Zelda games, I just don't feel comfortable us giving it most anticipated. When
would you be okay with Pokemon Go, you think, Chris?
Yeah, chuck Pokemon Go in there, most anticipated.
Alright,
so the winner for most anticipated game of 2016 from Redcoin
is Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for Pokemon Go.
Now, can we just make a quick mention, just looking back now, most anticipated game of 2015 looking back, what were you most excited for? And I would like to put my first vote down, if I may.
Sure.
The Splatoon. The Splatoon hype was real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We spoke about it pretty much every episode for the first, for the whole first 6 months, 6 months of Redcoin.
Yeah.
So I'd like
to going into the year, me and Adam had already previously played in 2014 at PAX.
Yeah.
We played the demo.
So we're very anticipating.
Yeah, me and Adam had played it and we were excited for it. Yeah, that was big news.
I think it was Splatoon for me.
So Splatoon was revealed at E3 and then it didn't come out for another 12 months.
Yes.
That's correct, isn't it?
Yes, that is correct,
so, well, we had a good 6 months of knowing about that game before to get anticipated for it.
Yeah.
And it was very...
They did really build up the hype and it kind of crescendoed in this release date. Splatoon, they did kind of want to keep it, I think at the time, there maybe was talk about having it that same year, but it just didn't work out. So,
well, I'll give it an honourable mention. Most anticipated game of 2015.
Yeah,
Splatoon.
Certainly. I think that's fair enough.
Good job, Splatoon.
All right, moving on to the next award, Cam.
Okay.
What do we have?
We have the Worst Trend Award. So this is for gaming trends. Doesn't necessarily have to be Nintendo related. That's a bonus. But just stuff in the gaming culture that you hated in the past year.
I'm going to kick this one off, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Microtransactions in Day 1 DLC.
Microtransactions.
I will back that 100%.
DLC.
Okay. I think microtransactions in Day 1 DLC is pretty good. But I also think long-ass patches, broken-ass games.
Yes.
Games that don't
Not ready Day 1.
That are ready Day 1.
Yeah.
Is another trend that I would like to see stop.
Yeah.
It's the whole mentality of let's get a game into a state where we can put it on a disc and then fix it later type deal, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And another Nintendo trend, if I may, I think it needs to be minigame sort of collections on Nintendo. Maybe look, it's not as prevalent as it has been on the past, but maybe I just kind of want a way to call out Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival as a...
Yeah. They're not core games. They're, hey, here's a game and now access all this extra stuff inside.
Well, then maybe I think my worst trend is crappy implementation of Amiibo. That's, if I had to encapsulate it in a phrase, crappy implementation of Amiibo. Or Amiibo gating DLC, like stopping... Like, Amiibo acting like DLC.
We really still haven't gotten to the stage where we know what they're for.
Yeah.
Because we know what they're for, or what they're being used for, and that's collectibles.
Yes.
Collector's items. They're figurines. People collecting as figurines.
Yeah.
So, they're not really being used the way that Nintendo was hoping, I think.
No, I don't think they are.
Yeah.
And
you can always get rid of the functionality and just have them as collectibles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people would be okay with that, I think.
Yeah.
I'll put forward my trend, and I think it's one that you'll agree with. This is a bit more specific. Auto runners in Mario Maker.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's a really good one.
Yeah, I think...
And music levels?
And music... I mean, look, don't get me wrong, they're impressive. But I don't want to now that we have the new search system, that's good. But going through the hundreds of Mario Kart auto run, or impossible level auto run, it's been done. Let's move on.
Yeah, it gets to the stage where I'm doing a 100-man Mario run.
Yeah.
And I'll get to one of those stages, and instead of just accepting the free win, I'll skip it.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather actually play the level.
You'd rather have the challenge of the 100 Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
Honourable.
Well, let's try and start distilling some of these down.
Okay.
So I definitely think the Mario Maker one as something that's inherently Nintendo should be included in our category.
Yeah.
And I also, obviously believe that the Amiibo thing is something that Nintendo needs to be called out on. Whereas the other trends we've talked about are more general gaming. What do you guys think about? If we had to boil it down to 3 nominees, and then we can start discussing on winner.
I think Amiibos.
Yep.
Too many Amiibos.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Mario Maker.
Yep.
And microtransactions would be my 3.
Microtransactions is my big one.
I think microtransactions as well, because we've seen Nintendo actually start to use microtransactions.
And the thing is, I found it not just Nintendo, but it's being used more by PlayStation and Xbox, and it's something that I'm seeing is taking over the whole industry, and I'm hating it. I really don't want to go down this path.
Right. So, and to keep it, it is really a thing we've seen with the Pokemon Shuffle and Pokemon Picross.
Yep.
Microtransactions is one of those things. So I think we've settled on our 3. What do we think should win? Or rather, dubiously win.
Well,
lose.
Let's look at what we think is actually the most annoying, which impacts you directly.
Yeah, what affects us directly?
Microtransactions you can live without. Okay,
Yeah.
I've proven that you can get very far into Pokemon Shuffle without any microtransactions.
Yeah.
Amiibos.
And it does allow you to play the game for free.
Exactly, and I've got up to level 63, highest score possible, and caught every Pokemon without paying a single cent.
So I think we can agree that the Nintendo implementation of microtransactions is fair.
It's approachable,
but it can go.
It's not play to win at this point.
Yes.
So I think that doesn't directly affect me because it's not something that I use.
Yeah.
Amiibos, I started to collect a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've got about 12. I've stopped there.
Yeah.
I now kind of want to get rid of some of them and just keep the ones that I use and that I actually like.
Yeah.
I think there are...
Cam, do you have buyer's remorse? Because I have come to this realization that I do have a bit of buyer's remorse with this Amiibo thing.
Not buyer's remorse, because I didn't go as crazy... I didn't buy every single one day one. I've picked them up from price matching and finding them on sale and getting the ones that I actually play.
Sure.
I went and got Samus and Captain Falcon and stuff like that. Characters I don't necessarily play, but were the original characters from Smash Bros. And I was just going to have the original 10 characters or 8 characters.
Right.
So I do believe that there are a lot of Amiibos, so I would put that aside. What I would like to specify there is the fact that there's a lot of Smash Amiibos.
Mm-hmm.
And Smash Amiibos are the ones I'd be interested in. But the fact that you can get a Smash Mario, a Gold Mario, a Silver Mario, 8-bit Mario Classic, 8-bit Mario New, and then a Super Mario Party Mario.
Yeah.
That's 6 Marios, 6 Mario Amiibos that are all separate.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't mind if they actually were just honest about it and said, here's a Super Mario collection.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's ultimately, Nintendo has been validated, and if we're looking at the company, they've sold a lot of these things, and it actually helps them. It's helped their bottom line. Mm-hmm. So
they've sold well, but honestly, going back to the
is
topic
it really a worse trend? Because
I think
it's good for them ultimately. They've sold a lot of stuff with it.
Yeah. I think from a large picture, it's good for them.
Yeah.
And therefore, I think the most annoying thing out of all that would be the auto scrollers, as they are more of a trend than... I would specify a trend as being something that everybody does, whereas Amiibos is something that Nintendo does, whereas auto scrollers are something that everyone took part in.
Well, the Toys to Life category is something that I think a lot of other things have done for a while. But I do agree, the trend with the Mario Maker levels does seem to not want to end, and people still are very much into doing a lot of these auto-scroll things. So I would vote for that as the winner of this category. Chris, how do you feel about that?
I think it's going to be microtransactions, personally.
Right.
Yeah, only because you can avoid these auto-scroll levels if you want to, especially with the new service that they've put in today with the web portal.
But I mean, you yourself said there's no way to avoid them in the course of playing the game.
Oh, that's
Like
true.
the
You can skip
100
it.
Mario challenge, there's no course.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aaron, what about you? Let's
Okay.
have a look and then see if I can.
I just
persuade-
personally think microtransactions is a bigger issue.
Yeah.
On the whole.
I've said
So-
already. That's my. Big
Look, I'm
gripe, so-
gonna turncoat here temporarily and side with the microtransactions on the account and thinking of the future that I hope it doesn't continue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whereas auto scrollers may stop and
Yeah.
we can be feed that
And the
they
new
can
update,
get
we
rid of
haven't
them.
given it a chance yet to really
So I don't think
work.
time is told. So I'm going to go over transactions.
Yeah,
for this
cool.
microtransactions.
I also think that's fair. So there you have it. The winner of worst trend
2015.
for 2015 is microtransactions in games. Woo!
Good
With
job.
the nominees
And
being
It's very dubious honour, but-
poor amiibo implementation and auto scroll levels in Super Mario Maker. All right.
Next, we have best music. So this is in-game music that comes with the game. This
This
is
is a
not
tough
something that you played through your own media situation.
yeah, your favourite album.
No
with the-
Spotify. No,
Yeah.
no Kendrick Lamar winning this category, people.
No Hotline Bling.
By Drake. But okay. So look, let's.
Can I vote Splatoon as the worst? I really don't like Splatoon's music.
What? So you don't want it considered at all in this category.
I don't, but I feel like it.
I think it's
exactly.
gonna be
I find
considered.
it annoying, and
I think it's amazing.
I really liked Splatoon. I loved it.
I'm gonna argue for Mario Maker as the best music, and I
Okay.
think it is a lot of existing Mario music that we already have, but just being able to, particularly the Super Mario World music, after you've been playing a stage for an hour and a half, is haunting in my head. And maybe that's just a positive nostalgia I have for the Mario franchise, but I do think Super Mario Maker is something that should be considered. But if we're talking most original music, Splatoon is obviously something that
I'm
should be
gonna
considered.
throw a spanner in for best music. I'm gonna say Yoshi's Woolly World.
Oh, I was going to say that too.
Oh, buddy.
I mean, do you have a striking sample from Yoshi's Woolly World? Because for me, I played it and it didn't really grab me with the music. Like, do you have music you could play for...
Basically, in my mind, when I think of the Woolly World soundtrack, I think of just the theme song from it, and we use that as one of our opening songs.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those soundtracks that just gets stuck in my head. A random song from one of the levels will get stuck in my head,
Sure.
and I'll go, "What is that song?
Yeah.
What are the words to that song? I can't remember who is
Yeah.
it sung by." And then I'll go, "That's actually from Yoshi." Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not as memorable, but it's definitely. Well, I guess memorable is not the right word, but
Had the biggest impact.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I want to agree with you here about Super Mario Maker personally.
Yeah.
I think that's got to get the best music for me.
Yeah.
2v2, huh?
Well, I just want to ask Chris. I mean, you played a lot of Yokai Watch. What's your verdict on that music?
the music's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to put it into
Into
a
the mix?
nomination just yet.
Yeah. And fight
Yeah.
for
I'll
it.
have to be honest, with Mario Maker being the type of game it is, I played it on mute a lot while watching something else,
Yeah.
having something else play in the background, so I don't have that much experience with it, listening to it, because I never really paid attention to it. Soundtrack
But that's
doesn't
how I
play
feel
a
about
big-
Yoshi. So
Yeah.
it's so interesting how music has changed to, as we become more and more like multitaskers, we're less likely to really take in a full experience of the
Yeah.
game. And I think that maybe that's something we need to focus on, coming into next year.
Yeah.
Like to try and have a full experience with the game, to try and immerse yourself in the game and the music and the story and everything. But,
I agree.
Well, we need a winner, so...
okay. Well, so let's
Hey,
look
this
at-
is wrong.
let's go to 3 nominees first. So
Splatoon,
Splatoon, Mario Maker, and Yoshi's Woolly World.
Mm.
Okay. I think Splatoon is out of the running from the perspective of,
None of us are voting for it.
well, it does seem to be a conversation of
No,
Mario Maker
I-
for Yoshi.
Personally,
Okay.
it's actually my top vote.
Yeah,
but
I would
I
vote
was going to put
Splatoon
in
over Yoshi.
Yoshi's as a nomination.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
See,
Well,
I'd be actually happy to let you have Yoshi, but I'm not going to let you have Splatoon.
Oh, Aaron.
see, I feel different because I feel that Yoshi is not worthy of something like best music. I would defer to Splatoon because it's so unique.
It's original. It's
and
so
it's so
unique.
original,
Let's-
and it's
Let's go on the credit of originality then. I don't think you can beat Splatoon because it's a new IP. Everything from it has to be brand new, created from scratch.
yeah,
So I think for merit of actual effort put in, that beats Mario Maker in the fact that Mario Maker had all these soundtracks already existing.
Yes.
Which is why we
Well, they
like
have new
it because
stuff, like
well, they have new stuff as well. But I think
And there's even like things that you can do, like mechanics, music-wise, that you can put in with the sound effects, and I think that's part of it. Like that's really what attracts me.
well, we're gonna need you're the deciding vote here.
Yeah.
Splatoon,
Yeah.
Mario Maker. What are you
Mario
gonna say?
Maker. I'm
Why is he
unfortunate-
deciding for it?
Well, it's
Because
just how
you're
it's going
saying-
to work, because
you're
you're
saying Mario Maker,
firmly...
so if he says
Mario
Mario
Maker.
Maker,
Okay.
you guys are tied again. If he comes to Splatoon, then we have a winner.
Sure.
In this particular instance, I think Splatoon is really deserving. So I think Splatoon is going to...
Alright, the winner, 2015 Best Music, goes to Splatoon.
Woo! Play Splatoon.
I'm not clapping.
I know he's not clapping.
You're a squid now. You're a kid now. You're a squid.
Yeah.
You're a kid. You're a squid.
Squid or a kid? Cam, what's the next category?
Alright,
for
the next
people at
category,
home?
and this is one I've just kind of added in extra, and I apologise for that. I didn't take this over with you guys first, but best looking game. We didn't
Yes,
actually. we
best
didn't-
looking game?
Oh, visually?
Best
Yes.
visual
See,
game.
Zelda would have killed this if it came
Okay.
out this year.
But it didn't come out this year, did it?
Best looking game.
That I'll give to Splatoon.
I'm gonna put in Splatoon for my vote for that as well.
Okay.
It's so vibrant. The colors. I remember when we played the demos. That was the first thing we said. It was like, "Wow, look at the colors."
But I also said that with Mario Maker, and I got to put Mario Maker in again on this conversation. And I
Seeing
think
a
Yoshi's
trend.
Woolly World as well.
Yeah.
We've got to have that in the conversation. It's a yarn.
Was Bayonetta 2 out this year?
Yes.
Was it?
Yes.
Because I want to... Bayonetta, it does look good. But I don't know if I... Yeah, maybe I
Well,
don't.
Bayonetta was not out this year. Not
Really?
from my list that
I
I,
thought
have.
it was. I don't think so.
We got
Okay.
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Oh, yeah, I
as
think I
well?
want to put a nomination towards Xenoblade.
Without playing it, just from what I have seen,
Yeah,
it is
we
a
can
beautiful
only go
game.
by what looking, and
Yeah.
we don't have to have played everything to
Yeah.
see how these games look.
Well, I'm happy to give it up for Xeno just because of the
Yeah, I'll
depth
play
I've
that.
seen.
I also
Xenoblade's
but I
technically
think
really
Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, gameplay wise,
No.
we
Oh,
don't.
horrendous!
But we're talking
gameplay,
about what it
but
looks
we're looking
like,
at best
and
looking
Kirby
game.
looks great in claymation. I would rather, if we're talking three nominees, for me it's Kirby, it's Splatoon and Mario Maker.
But I think
Really?
for
Mario Man. Or those
Mario Maker upres, it just look how old and aged they are, and then look how Mario Maker
Yeah.
upreses them.
no,
Beautiful game.
it is good in comparison to old versions.
But you got to look at
I think-
Xenoblade Chronicles X is like doing things that no one thought the Wii U could do.
Yeah.
Sure.
On a technical level, like
Sure.
that's like
I-
almost PS4 level, like fidelity in that game.
I'm
Like,
happy to give it to Xeno.
I
Yeah,
think,
like
I think it has to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
Xenoblade.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just... Okay, maybe what I want to suggest instead of Mario Maker is a game that I've mentioned to you guys, Fast Racing Neo.
Mm.
I haven't even seen it, so I cannot.
It looks
give
really
a vote
If
for
I
that.
were to show you I'm going to show you
You
screenshots
can show
right
me.
now.
So you still like it's a racing game, so it's very restricted on what you can see. It's a track game, whereas Xenoblade's open.
I don't want it to win the category. I don't think it has the
definitely-
I
legs to
definitely,
win the
I
category.
definitely could.
But
I
I
will
think
accept your nomination.
Because it's a team of three guys as well.
Yeah, wow.
So a team of
Okay.
three guys made this
It's
game.
impressive, but
And,
obviously a huge company with hundreds on staff will make a better game than three guys.
Yeah.
They've done a great job,
Yeah.
but
And we'll chuck a screenshot up there for you
Yeah.
guys on the video.
okay.
Okay.
So winner, best looking 2015. We're gonna say Xenoblade.
Yeah, yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles
Yeah,
X.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
And then the other two nominations are Splatoon and Fast
Fast
Racing.
Racing.
So winner is Xenoblade.
All right.
It's very deserving.
All right.
Okay.
So we've got this is an interesting one. So it's another sort of anti award. We have worst game of the year / most disappointing game. What were you looking forward to that when you put it in and played it, you were just very unimpressed?
Well, I
I
think...
did have one of this.
Okay, I want to kick off by saying that...
Oh, does that be a Nintendo game?
yes, it has to be a
this is
Nintendo game. This is a Nintendo podcast.
You can give an honourable mention to something after, but for the actual awards, we will do Nintendo. I think.
Okay,
that's fair.
alright.
I think we can't have this category and not talk about Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival.
Were you expecting that to be good though?
No, but it's still worst game of the year. Like this is it's
Well,
a hybrid.
That's
It
what we
can
need
be
to
both
specify.
ways.
This isn't just worst game of the year. This is the most disappointing game.
Yeah, but Adam can be disappointed with
Oh,
what
okay,
the
absolutely.
end result. You know,
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's like,
I'm
why
incredibly
does this
disappointed
game
with it.
exist?
Why does this game exist? That's
Yeah.
my
No,
disappointment.
I understand what you mean now. I was going under the impression of expecting it to be good and then
Yeah.
being disappointed. But no, that's fair enough.
So I'm going to throw my nomination out to Kirby and the Rainbow
I
Curse
was going to
Okay.
do that as
for
well.
the reason of it's a good looking game. The gameplay is subpar, and the fact that it is such a good looking game, but you're looking down at a
Yeah.
low resolution gamepad screen
Yeah.
the whole time. You don't get the full experience of looking on
Sure.
HDTV. So
Kirby
that
has my vote.
is my disappointment.
Another game, Codename Steam. Let's give a 3DS
Okay.
nomination. I think Codename Steam, it actually, as someone who is a big Intelligent Systems fan from
Yep.
Advance Wars, I thought it was going to be more Advance Wars and less Fire Emblem. It came out and it wasn't very well received. I remember playing the demo and really not liking it. So I think that needs to be given a nomination as well.
I'm going to ruffle some feathers here and throw this out there. Just because this game was great. It was great when it came out. But I'm not still playing it. I don't think I'll ever play it again. Is Splatoon.
Okay.
Not because it's a bad game, but I had such high hopes for
Doesn't
it.
have
and-
longevity.
Yeah, exactly. And I played it for a few months, and now I'm not touching it again. Even with DLC, I just don't think it's.
I cannot in good conscience give it to Splatoon or have it even nominated when we've got games that are actually none of us have played. Like, you've actually played Splatoon. We've got games that we're actually disappointed in. We actually vehemently
But
dislike.
like I said before, Splatoon was one of the most anticipated games of the year. I had such high hopes for it. I played it, and then after a few months, it just kind of died off. That was really disappointing for me.
I can understand your vote for that. Well, let's.
I've actually got to throw Chibi Robo Ziplash into that as well.
Yeah,
It's so bad.
You know what? Chibi Robo, I think in the past has been something that's been interesting to me. I've never played them, but again, that's something we could throw in as a bad game.
It's so bad. If you guys, it's a free demo, 3DS demo. Download it and just play it.
Just cry.
It's so bad.
What's the gameplay like in that?
It's a platformer.
Uh-huh.
Very, very clunky.
Yeah.
Very baby
Yeah.
style.
Let's go. So
Yeah.
nominees. We got
Kirby.
Rainbow,
Yeah.
Kirby Rainbow, Chibi,
Yep.
Chibi Robo.
and
Amiibo Festival.
Amiibo Fest.
Don't have to have just three. We can.
And we'll chuck Splatoon in there.
And
but
just Splatoon.
I
But I
can't
don't think
give it up.
Splatoon has the
Look,
list.
honestly, I can't overlook how bad Kirby was. It was not an enjoyable game in the slightest. I played the first level
I can't.
and I just couldn't get past it. It was so clunky and hard to play, and it didn't explain
I
very
don't
much.
think you guys are
and-
giving it enough credit. Like, I just don't think you guys are giving... It's just not that bad. It's really not. And for me, it's like, there have been, like, Chibi Robo... Like, the 3DS has a lot to answer for this year. It's had a lot of rushed games come out, and it's not been very good. And, Codename Steam is something that definitely needs to be included. Amiibo Festival is something that needs to be included. And Chibi Robo is on neither of our radars, and I think it's something that needs to be included.
Well, I haven't played it at all or seen any gameplay for Chibi, so I can't comment on that at all.
Sure.
So I'd rather
Have it be
neglect my
indicative of
vote than vote for that.
Certainly.
Basically.
I just think I'm someone who puts Kirby in my, like, in terms of the games I played this year and enjoyed, Kirby's
Okay.
one of them. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
And I think you feel the opposite to us about Splatoon as well. So I think we're looking at holistically what we think about as bad and disappointing.
Yeah.
I can't include Kirby and I can't include Splatoon.
Okay, so I think it comes down to Emerald Crossing.
I'm happy. I'm disappointed that it exists as a game, and
But
Yeah.
I wasn't anticipated for it.
that's as we said
That's what
before.
we're
It
saying,
doesn't
but-
necessarily have to be you were expecting it to be good. Just
What about Happy Home Designer as well as another Animal Crossing?
That's another
game?
one that's just like...
let's just
Give it
condense
to
the
Animal
three
Crossing as
Animal
a
Crossing
franchise.
games that were there. Just Animal Crossing as a franchise, including their amiibo cards.
No, but you've got to
Just-
give it
just
to
to be the
one over
cherry
the
on
other.
top.
Like, one is a worse experience, and it is
I
Amiibo
think-
Festival.
I think it's Amiibo Festival, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. Amiibo Festival, worst game 2015. Amiibo Festival.
And the nominees being Codename Steam and Chibi Robo.
yeah,
Yep.
good
All
job, Amiibo, for being a game no one wants to even play.
Worse than Mario Party. And this is a year Mario Party came
I did
out
forget
as well.
about that. Oh well.
But it's not disappointing. I had fun with that.
Okay, guys, here's an exciting one. And I already know
Yes.
what Chris is voting for, but best Amiibo
Best
of
Amiibo.
2015.
Cloud.
Cloud.
Hasn't come out
Right.
yet.
didn't come out with the character.
Nope.
No. It's not actually done. It's not actually manufactured.
It's coming soon.
Right, okay. That's okay.
So
Well, what about this year?
No, definitely not. We have 2 waves at least before that comes out.
All right,
Anyway,
I'm
so
gonna-
Chris.
I'm throwing 2 nominations.
So
okay, so
Shovel
we've
Knight
got
and
2
who?
nominations.
Shovel Knight and the Green Squid.
Okay.
Ooh,
Amiibo.
Yep.
Okay.
That was a
feeling
really, really
The
well
Green
done
Squid.
Amiibo.
I'm going to. I think I want the Yarn Yoshi amiibo to be nominated.
Yeah.
I think that wins it. I was going to nominate Mewtwo.
I think the Yarn Yoshi amiibo should be. Yeah, should conceivably win.
Yeah. Okay.
It is new. It is
Regular yarn
intriguing.
or Mega Yarn?
Maybe Yarn.
I think we could nominate both, but I think.
I don't think Mega Yarn's winning it. It's just more.
I don't
of
think
the
Mega
same.
Yarn. No, I would rather it go to.
The blue
Are we,
one?
are we going to decide on color? I want it to go to the light.
The
Right,
mega blue one.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm happy to just go straight for the vote for that. I think
Well-
the Yarn Yoshi was such a maverick idea. It came out of nowhere. Like, would you have ever said a plushie
Yeah,
amiibo?
let's
like-
chuck
Sure,
amiibo.
but I just want to give credit to something else as well. I think the Supercharger
Oh, yes.
amiibos.
They need an
are-
honorable mention.
Yeah.
Although
So-
I don't think we can count them as they're not pure amiibos, but they.
But they're still treated as they
Yeah.
function as amiibos.
Yeah.
So I like the
true.
design.
Definitely getting a props. Yeah.
I like the design of the Bowser one.
Yeah.
I want so the nominees are Yarn Yoshi amiibo, Hammer Slam Bowser amiibo, and then I think the classic and then the Inkling Squid
Inkling Squid.
as the third.
I do want to give an honorable mention to 3 things.
Mhm.
Well, 2 things technically. The Inklings.
Yep.
Yeah.
That just that whole set, they were all really, really nice. The detail in them that their packs have paint in it that's actually like inside a cylinder, and a bit biased, but Ganondorf's amiibo, the detail on that,
Yeah.
and his cape is actually like movable.
Yep.
Really, really nice amiibo.
Yeah.
It
I would
goes
like to
into
point
a lot
out-
more detail, being more of a detailed character.
I would like to point out that obviously us voting for Yoshi and the Turbocharged amiibos, and obviously things like Shovel Knight, just means we've skipped over things that came out, like, what else came out here, Alan?
We've got all the wave ones.
Like the Golden Mario and the 8-bit Mario, which are, meant to be
Yeah.
anniversary things, meant to be quite hallmark amiibos. We just haven't acknowledged them.
Because to me, it's just Mario with a new coat of paint. It's
Yeah.
the gold Mario amiibo is not going to stand the test of time as like a cool thing.
The 8-bit one, yeah.
Whereas the Skylanders thing is something different. The Shovel Knight thing is something different. The Yarn Yoshi thing is something different.
Yeah.
So again, I think
Alright, so look,
And next year we've got Wolf Link and Midnight
Yeah.
amiibo
Yeah.
as well.
I'm going to give mine to Yoshi.
I'm
Yeah.
happy
Yarn
with that.
Yoshi.
my vote is for Yoshi. as well.
Unanimous on
Alright,
Yoshi.
so the winner
Okay.
of 2015 Best Amiibo goes to Yoshi.
Yes, with the nominees being Shovel Knight and the
Inkling Squid?
and the Inkling Squid, and the Hammer Bowser amiibo
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
from Sky.
Let's go into specifics
Alright.
there. Look, real quick, just secondary vote: green, blue, or pink. Out of
Blue.
the-
Oh,
blue.
oh
Light
I got
blue.
the green one.
You got the green. I
For
got
Light
Yoshi.
blue.
I got green as
I
well.
like green, yeah.
Green.
I'm gonna think I'm
green
gonna be outvoted
Yoshi
on that one.
amiibo.
But I didn't think anyone of us was going to give it to pink. All right.
All right. So next up is best 3DS game
Yes.
of the year. This is any game on 3DS.
Okay.
Any kart game. You should specify.
Oh, so it can be. It can't be downloadable.
It can be downloadable, but it has to be available as yeah, any game.
Any game.
I'm gonna have to give it to Smash Bros.
Nope, came out last year.
Oh, wasn't it?
Dun dun.
All right, so what we can give it
Thanks for
to?
playing.
Okay, here's what
Hmm.
should be put in the category. I would like to see. Obviously, I think
Haven't
Chris is
played.
going to say Majora's Mask.
Yes, Majora's Mask 3DS needs a nomination. I
Yes, I will give
Just
it
for the
to
pedigree of that game.
haven't even-
Certainly, Monster Hunter 4 came out this year.
Okay, I don't play this, but I've everyone I know that plays it say it's a great game. They really enjoy it. It's got some great multiplayer stuff, and I know we don't talk about Monster Hunter enough, but I definitely think that deserves it.
I think it deserves a mention 100%. I think.
if not the win, honestly.
Yeah.
I just haven't played anything on 3DS in a long time. The
Uh,
last game I got was Pokemon.
Sure. I think Yokai Watch also deserves a mention.
Big
Okay,
time,
sure.
yeah.
And Puzzles and Dragons came out.
Yeah.
Triforce Heroes now.
You know what?
Codename
I think
Steam.
My
we don't
vote
wanna
would go to
give it
Pokemon Shuffle.
You would give your vote to Pokemon
I would give my
Shuffle?
Pokemon Shuffle with an asterisk because I played it on mobile.
But I can't. Yeah, I
That's the
can't
only
give it to
thing-
Pokemon Shuffle.
It did originate on
Anything else,
3DS,
Adam?
though,
Yeah,
so.
it did. And I got it on
Yeah,
radio.
not much else really. Like
guys
there's
are doing-
Super Mystery Dungeon on Pokemon, but none of us played the Mystery Dungeon games.
I have played them in the past. I actually really like those games.
Yeah,
So we pretty much got 2 top contenders there: Monster Hunter and.
I would rather Pokemon
Zelda.
Picross get nominated, but again, so top 3 in no particular order: Zelda, Monster Hunter, and I think Yokai Watch really does deserve
yeah,
that
Yokai
third
Watch,
nomination.
Okay. It's a hard
All
one
right,
for me.
and I'm willing to put.
I have no real attachment to any of these.
I'll have more of an attachment to Monster Hunter.
I
Monster
think
Hunter
just
speaks
from
more.
hearing people talk about it in Monster Hunter, I think it's a more popular game. Majora's Mask is good, but at the end of the day, it's been done.
I'd be more willing to give it to Yokai for being something
So groundbreaking.
not original because it's essentially Pokemon, but it's but it's come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
it's come
Monster
out of
Hunter
nowhere,
is a
yeah.
franchise. Majora's Mask is a franchise.
It's a remake.
Exactly.
No.
So I think Yokai for originality, it's a brand new thing.
Yeah, now that you say that, I would be willing to swap to Yokai as the game.
I'm very down the fence on this one.
Yeah. Chris, how do you feel?
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess
pulling
you're
hard
part of
for
the.
Majora,
You
yeah.
are pulling hard for Majora.
Yeah,
If
just
you had a
because-
choice between the other two,
What would you
I'd
give
be
it to?
Yokai over Monster Hunter.
okay. So do we want to give it Yokai by?
Yeah,
No,
I
it's-
think Chris you're outvoted, and then
Yeah.
it has to go to Yokai.
Yokai very closely followed by Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
winner, 2015 best 3DS game of the year, goes to Yokai Watch,
Woo!
which I didn't
Cue
know.
the Yokai and music.
I didn't know it meant Yokai Watch, as in a watch that you wear on your wrist. I thought it meant like neighborhood watch, where you're looking out for Yokai. Because I didn't look at anything in the game. I didn't pay any attention to it.
Noob.
The watch is a big part.
Yeah.
Yokai's voice.
Yeah, I was watching I flicked onto the TV today, and the anime was on it. And just
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. First impressions?
My soul feels filthy.
I only caught the tail end of it, and then they had that theme song that was
there
on
lots
twice.
of
And it was,
toilet humor?
no comment.
Okay, next
All
up,
right.
we have Indie Game of the Year.
Indie game of the year.
So this is a game released by a third-party developer,
Independent.
independently available on the Wii or 3DS shop.
Sure. I would like to make my case for Fast Racing Neo.
Okay.
Like I said previously in this podcast, it is a game developed by 3 people.
Mhm.
It's a very small studio. It is the closest thing you'll get to a spiritual successor to F-Zero X, the F-Zero franchise. And I played the game. I've fallen in love with this game in a week. I played it non-stop. It is just a beautifully designed game. It is something that's so cheap as well. It's like $20 and you get 16 tracks. It's best value for money. It is the best indie experience you will have on Wii U or 3DS this year.
Whoa!
I'm ready to say it.
Throwing shade.
I'm ready to throw it down.
I think. Are you going to go to the new side of Shovel Knight?
Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
Plague of Shadows.
Yeah,
for
okay,
Shovel
yeah.
Knight,
I actually think I'm going to have to jump in with Chris on that just because I know where Shovel Knight stands in the indie world.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
As
Yeah.
someone who hasn't played either, I'm going to give my vote to Adam's recommendation on the fact
Just
that
to split it down the middle.
on the fact that it is a new thing.
Yeah.
I think that's a good case for DLC of the year, which is coming up.
Ah, yes.
But I think for indie, a brand new title wins it out over a DLC.
Okay.
Although Shovel Knight, if Shovel Knight came out this year, hands down Shovel Knight. But
Does it change the? It is DLC, but it's free DLC. So does that change?
No.
Oh, we'll get into
I
that.
think it's still DLC, but
Okay.
my vote will be with you,
It's
Adam.
still, to me, Shovel Knight is a 2014 game, and I think it's never a good year for indies on Nintendo platforms, it seems like. But for me,
Yeah.
this is the first indie game on a Nintendo. It's a Nintendo exclusive. It has really caught me by surprise, and you guys have to play it and,
Well,
and
you
get
sold-
what I'm
Okay,
talking
well,
You've
we'll
sold
give
me.
it to Fast Racing.
Yeah, I'm happy
Yeah.
to give it a Fast Racing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure,
Alright.
go on.
The
Alright.
winner, 2015, best indie game goes to Fast Racing Neon.
Can I just say
Woo.
the name is terrible though?
Oh yeah, bad.
Oh,
bad.
But I assure you, it is fast, it is racing, and it is Neo.
Yes.
It is all 3 of those things. So it could be worse.
It
It could be named Wii U.
it-
All right.
Well, going into that straight away, downloadable content of the year.
Right.
So this is a single pack that you can get. So we're looking at things like Splatoon map packs,
Sure.
DLC characters for Smash Bros.
Bros, yes.
Mario Kart.
Mario
Plague
Maker
of-
updates.
Mario Maker updates.
Mario
Shovel
Kart,
Knight,
yeah.
Yes.
Plague of
Mario Kart.
Shadows, yep.
Did Mario Kart DLC come out this year though?
It did Pack 2.
Pack 2. Okay.
And so I'm ready right now to put Pack 2 up as a nominee. It is some of the best tracks in the game.
So that included Baby Park, Big Blue,
200cc.
200cc.
Yep.
I feel
Wildwoods, Animal Crossing, Cheeseland, Ribbon Road.
I'm gonna have to agree with you as the person who puts most stock into Mario Kart in terms of actual like trying to pass it. Getting the 3 stars in each 200cc, I got a lot of gameplay out of that.
Yeah.
Hours and hours of just doing Cooper City over and over again. It
Yeah.
was so hard to do. So I'm going to give it to that as well. I think Pack 2 Mario Kart.
I'm happy to give the nomination there as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm going to throw in Plague of Shadows.
Yeah, obviously.
Plague of Shadows. So I think we all can agree Mario Kart wins the category. The nominees, let's give it to Shovel Knight, and I think which Smash DLC?
Wait. What?
Well, hang on, we're not
I don't
agreeing
think-
that
I
it
don't
wins the
think
category.
Chris is
You
it.
jumped
Oh,
the gun
sorry,
there,
sorry.
Peter.
Sorry, jumped the gun a bit there. Sorry.
It might eventually win
What's
the
it?
category.
White's
So we got
Shovel Knight?
Shovel Knight,
Sorry.
Mario Kart, and
Yeah, what else? What else?
Smash
I
Bros?
think Smash, but
Oh,
we
Smash.
got to pick which
Pick
one.
one.
We got to pick which.
Oh,
I think
the latest one.
what, Cloud.
Yeah, for me.
Cloud was a big one. I think Cloud was a surprising.
I think Cloud is a surprising one, but I think. Oh, it's so tough because like what stages?
Yeah, how do you group
I
it?
can also say
You
if we
group
want-
it by, I think the best single piece
Okay.
of DLC, which is tough for that case because it's more like Mario Kart has all these tracks and it's a package
Yeah.
deal. Now maybe we should go by Super Smash Bros as a package
That's what I was thinking
for the
as well, but
year.
then that's
Still,
massive,
like- Considering
Let's say,
Cloud,
let's say
Corrin,
game-
and Bayonetta.
Games DLC. So all DLC from Splatoon, all DLC from Smash Bros, all DLC from Mario Kart.
Yeah, okay.
So
we
all
have-
DLC from Smash
From
for the
this
year,
year,
from
for
this
this
year. I
mean-
still have to. I think it's a nominee, but I still have to give it to Mario Kart.
I'll give it to
I think
Kart,
I'm
yeah.
agreeing with you there as well. As much as I would like to say Shovel Knight, I haven't actually played the DLC yet.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big deciding factor that it wasn't quite enough to make me actually even get it yet.
Because here's my argument: you remove the DLC from Smash Bros. This game a year ago was still this kind of the same game it always was,
Yeah.
and there was a few like it was just extra stuff.
Yeah.
I think if you legitimately remove these 8 tracks from Mario Kart 8, it is a worse game for it.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's
a
true.
little bit extra. These
Yeah.
these tracks bring up the quality of Mario Kart 8 for me.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. So
And I think with Shovel Knight as well, just to address Shovel Knight, I think if you remove the DLC from it, it's still
It's
the
still
same
a
game. Would I be
fantastic
right in
game.
saying that, Chris?
Yeah, you get a different experience. So they're actually setting up a platform for Shovel Knight. So
Yeah.
there's going to be DLC coming through, and it's going to be a lot bigger than when it was released. All free, all stretch goals under Kickstarter.
I think that's good, but that's a great idea, and Shovel Knight is fantastic. Like I wasn't going to get it, then you convinced me to,
yeah.
and I loved it. And I think it's good to see what's going to come in the future. But I think for the category of DLC, the DLC for Mario Kart was more enjoyable. And whether or not we're at the end of DLC for Mario Kart is to be determined.
I'm pretty
But-
sure we are, and it's rounded the game off nicely
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think Mario Kart.
Let's give it
Best
to Mario.
DLC Pack 2 Mario Kart.
I
2002.
thought it was going to be the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, did Pack 1 come
Pack
out
1
this
did not
year
come
as well,
out this
though?
year.
Oh, okay.
So it's
sure.
only for
Yeah,
2015.
sure.
So Pack 2. Good job, Pack 2.
Cool.
So
And
we
the
got there
character-
in the end, Adam. So
Yeah.
it's not all about just jumping to the finish. Sometimes
No.
you enjoy the journey.
No,
All right,
sorry.
now this
It's
is
too exciting.
going to be the tricky one. Okay,
Yeah.
this is it. This is Game of the Year.
Oh, here we go.
Wii U, but Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Basically, what we're looking at here. Now, I
Because we
there's a
know
lot of-
Wii U beats 3DS this year for
yeah.
sure.
Well, I mean, it has for the last few years now.
Yeah.
3DS has kind of tapered off there. I think it's safe to
Certainly.
say. But so look, we've got. I don't think we need to discuss the nominees because I'm pretty sure they're pretty obvious. Splatoon,
Mm-hmm.
Mario Maker.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all we really need to mention.
No, I think okay. Let's just get
Shovel
5
Knight.
games out. Let's get 5 Wii U games that have come
Okay,
out
okay,
this
sure.
year
Okay, Yoshi's.
that need to
Yoshi,
be in the discussion.
Yoshi Woolly World, absolutely.
Yoshi Woolly World,
Splatoon,
Splatoon,
Mario Maker.
Mario Maker.
Um,
I also think Mario Party 10 should No,
No,
please.
no,
no.
I don't think so.
No.
It should be mentioned.
I don't think
No.
so.
I think it should be mentioned as much as that it should be in the list of. So there's its
What
mention.
about
Mario Tennis is a big one. You love Mario Tennis, so should we put that in?
No one's going to
I
fight for
think
Mario Tennis.
so.
I would sooner fight for Mario Party than Mario Tennis.
You heard that, Adam? Adam's vote goes to Mario Tennis, so it's hard to argue with him. He makes a good point.
So we got 3. What are the what
No,
are
4.
2?
Hang on.
Four?
You got 4? What's your 4th?
Well, we spoke about Yoshi, didn't we?
Yoshi, Splatoon, Mario Maker.
Oh, okay, so that is
And I
three.
also want to put Fast Racing Neo because I think we gave
What
it
about
the indie
Xenoblade?
title and Xenoblade.
Put
then.
Xenoblade. Okay, there's our 5. Okay, now let's start hacking away some of the crap.
All
So
right.
Fast Racing Neon.
Fast Racing Neon can go.
I
So-
think it should be 4th. I think it should be above Xenoblade Chronicles.
All right,
I'm
well-
ready to
Okay.
like if we're ranking them. Let's.
I have no attachment to either of them, so I'm just going to give it to you so we can move on.
Okay.
So
Right.
Xenoblade's
It's
gone.
irrelevant anyway.
Good looking
Yeah.
game. We've agreed it's good
Xenoblade.
looking, but
But it just
it's not
misses
the
out.
best game. Speed Racing, Speed. whatever
Fast
it's called.
Racing Neo is 4th.
It's indie. I'm sure it's great.
Indie
but
Game of the Year.
It's not Game of the Year.
Yes.
not overall
Just
Game of
Indie
the
Game of the Year.
Agreed. I'm happy to give you that. We got Splatoon, Mario Maker, and Yoshi.
Well, I think Yoshi gets third place.
Yeah,
Yoshi.
I think we can all agree on
It,
that.
it was a great game. It was very enjoyable to play, but it's not something that I was like, yes, I can't
It's
wait
a little
to play.
too easy. So
Yeah.
it's a little too easy, and I think that some of the level design didn't really get to a challenging point
Yeah.
or an interesting point until halfway through the world, or
Yeah.
Or if you're
the
trying to
world.
get everything.
Yeah.
I think that
Like
the
even
whole
at the
hidden
second
things-
world, I was like, it was not like really grabbing
Yeah,
me. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a lot of moving stuff to one thing, and I'm like, I feel like I've seen this before in
Yeah,
other platforms.
yeah. All right, so the decision: Splatoon,
Yeah.
Mario
Can
Maker.
we go through
Okay.
and each person?
Let's
say-
do
So,
it.
okay, so-
let's
Okay.
let's do pro and con from each
So,
person.
okay, I'd
Okay.
like to start with Splatoon. Splatoon is a fantastic game that I got a lot of enjoyment out of, and a game that when I booted up the first few times, I was getting a lot of emotion towards it that I hadn't felt from a game in a long time. Like, I was very, very happy, very, very fun. There are a lot of flaws still with all the DLC that's come out, and they've made a few tweaks. Like, for example, there's all these new maps that they've added, but you wouldn't know unless you were in that 4-hour block. You know, so you still
Yeah.
can't choose or vote for your map, which
Yeah.
is ridiculous to me.
I really don't like that about the game.
Yeah,
it's,
so
it's actually a detraction for
it's
me. from
very,
the game,
very
like a
poor.
big detraction.
Like, now that there's so many levels, like, I don't even know how many levels there are anymore. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know.
And there was an update just this week, but we're not talking about it and we're not
Yeah.
playing it. So I think, like, I don't know, it just, for me, personally, Splatoon is more of a flash in the pan than Mario Maker is. And maybe I'm too close to Mario Maker, but I'm still playing Mario Maker in December when it came out in September. Splatoon came out in May, and I was about done with it at the end of June. Like, that's my difference, and that's why I'm putting forward my case for Mario Maker to win.
All right, I'm going to look at this from the point of view of expectation.
Mm-hmm.
We were hyping Mario Maker quite a lot. We
I don't think
were
we
talking
were.
about
Well,
it.
up in Splatoon even more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we were we were talking about Mario Maker for the weeks before it came out. We were like, I can't wait for Mario Maker.
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking about Splatoon for months before it came out. So expectation and excitement and actual anxiety towards it coming out, Splatoon wins for me because we wouldn't shut up about it. Basically, we had to. You mentioned this earlier tonight, Aaron. We had to force ourselves to stop talking about it in episodes because we talked about it every single time. We would do a whole episode on every map pack that came out. Because we enjoyed it so much.
And then just dropped off so quickly.
And it dropped off, and that's why my positive is the fact that we were so into it, but the negative is that we tapered off. And honestly, like, after they brought out the new level cap, I went and played it for a little bit.
Sure.
But it's just so hard. Like, you've got people who are just really, really good at it. Like, we all got pretty good at it.
Yeah.
But there's people who just play it all day, every day, and it's like you can't compete. They find out all these, secret ways of doing stuff.
Yeah.
And the whole internet connection in Australia doesn't help. And so I think Splatoon, for what it was, if we were to vote for it day of release or week of release, Splatoon would win.
Yeah.
But I think it's this whole thing of like, Mario Maker hasn't had that opportunity to be constantly talked about because the updates haven't been as frequent. And because and if we're talking about what's more of a complete package when it came out, Splatoon was not a complete package when it came out. And I think that's a real knock against it. The fact that, it's very easy to lock all these maps on the disc and have them gradually appear in the coming months to get people interested in your game. But it's more harder for something like Super Mario Maker, has a lot of nuance to it, and is really focused on what the community can bring to it. I think both of these games are great, and both of these games have great communities behind them.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
But I think the long-term community and the long-term fan sentiment is around Mario Maker.
I would like to say, as part of my pros and cons, both games have done awesome for multiplayer. I think obviously Splatoon won Best Multiplayer Game of the Year awards.
Yeah.
And Mario Maker wasn't even mentioned because for some reason I don't know why people don't class it as a multiplayer.
It's technically not, but it is.
No, but it was nominated as Best Family Game. So, I mean...
Yeah.
But again, I don't want to talk about the Game Awards per se because ultimately this is our decision. This is our decision.
Sure.
And I don't want to talk about sentiment of the industry.
Our personal opinion.
Ultimately...
We've always said this is an opinion-based podcast.
I felt like we talk a lot about Splatoon, but did we ever really get to a point where we all played it at once and were really motivated to?
I think we can all confidently say, Splatoon was great, highly anticipated, played it, when we first played it, performed really well. When it was released, though, it wasn't a whole game, and it hasn't lasted the test of time. So I think we can confidently say it deserves number 2 space. Number 1 is to go to Mario Maker.
I'm willing to agree with that. I think time will tell, and hopefully, look, if Splatoon manages to come back with a huge pack that brings me back, I think Splatoon would win over it. But that hasn't happened. I haven't done something that's really brought me in. So,
but Mario as Maker, of today, what I feel,
I would rather
I
go
just
play
feel way more. Right now, I want to play Mario Maker.
Yeah,
I really do. Chris, and just to sum up, I mean,
Yes.
I think you're going to vote differently.
It's hard because I find a lot of these awards, once you get to the end of the year, people tend to gravitate towards the games that came out around November, October, December, you know?
Sure.
So it's hard to not look at Mario Maker with the same sort of lens.
Mm-hmm.
Splatoon came out and we all had so much fun, and I still boot it up every now and then.
Me and Chris, especially, we played a lot more than you guys did, and we actually did play socially between the two of us.
We would call each other and then voice talk.
Yeah, we did try. We did try to have a few multiplayer sessions of that, but I just think ultimately the asynchronous nature of something of Super Mario Maker is something that we see kind of more and more used as a new feature in gaming. And I think that asynchronous idea of us making a level, you playing it, that's the real enjoyment.
I think I would have to specify here, I enjoy Splatoon more when me and Chris are playing together, for example.
Sure.
Definitely.
But I can enjoy Super Mario Maker more when I'm by myself.
Yeah.
So for that
But do you enjoy it more playing one of our levels? Like, if we had a lot of levels, would you enjoy that element of knowing the creator maybe more so than a random
that
level?
doesn't really affect my judgment call there. I enjoy making levels just as much as I enjoy playing levels. I do enjoy a challenge, being a pretty, a decent Mario player, and I do like trying to pass the hard levels, but I also like setting up my own hard levels and seeing, how I can trick myself, see how I can prevent, myself from passing a level, basically.
So the one last thing I would say about Splatoon, but before we probably can wrap up Splatoon and then start talking about Mario Maker as the winner, if you want it, is that Splatoon's probably it's a new IP, so it's probably suffers from that a bit, I think. And then maybe when Splatoon 2 comes out,
it will
comes
definitely
out,
be called.
Then
I hope it's not that.
Then maybe we might see some of those issues fixed, and then we can speak about it in the same way.
Yeah. I mean, my hope is that Splatoon 2 comes out and you can vote on maps, and it's not like those issues that really plagued, not like server issues or anything like that, but it's more like issues in terms of the delivery of content that really irk me about Splatoon.
Just learn from the big shooters, Call of Duty and stuff. Like, they could learn some lessons from that.
Yeah.
Map voting.
They didn't want to be
loadouts.
those big shooters.
Yeah.
They didn't want to. They wanted to do something
I
different.
respect the different
and
approach.
I respect the different approach. I just don't think it worked. I just don't think it worked.
And voice chat next time.
It's just the hard thing is they released the new map. They talk about it. It's available now. When do you get to play?
Yeah.
You have to be on the rotation, so it's very hard to present that to someone as like an attractive
I
prospect.
think if Splatoon did things a little bit different, Splatoon all the way.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're.
I agree too. I agree too.
So
like,
look,
actually talking about Splatoon now, having not played it in a while, makes me want to play it. But again, it's a great game and it deserves a second place spot.
Let's I think a very close second spot as well, because let's announce it. Best game 2015 overall.
For Redcoin, the Nintendo podcast.
Redcoin, Nintendo podcast choice of the year. Mario.
Super Mario Maker.
Woo! Yeah, look, it's a great game. I do feel bad not giving it to Splatoon, but it does win it out. So I think a big mention to both of those. They are two standout games over most consoles as well.
They're must-buys.
I'll put that up against.
They're both must-buys.
Must-buys, yeah.
But if you can only buy one, buy Super Mario Maker. Buy it in a bundle and get creating and get sharing.
Absolutely.
It's just it's so. Well, we've got a few more minutes.
Yeah.
But like, it's just a never-ending game, right? We spoke about this before. It's a never-ending game. You jump on whenever a new level will pop up.
It's a type
People
of thing
creating
that 10 years time when we've got the NX2 out, and you go, oh wow, my Wii U, I just found that. Let's plug it in. Oh, Super Mario Maker. Oh wow, I remember making this level.
Yeah.
We'll see. Time will tell.
So what happens to it once the Wii U's not around? Because it's so gamepad focused.
Yeah,
it's tough, hey.
Yeah,
we'll just have to wait and see.
I think it's going to be, depending on how the NX goes, it's going to be its own thing.
But I want to know how it evolves. What we see in a Super Mario Maker 2, or what we see if it creates a Maker franchise. We talked about it in the Cinemas. This is a really exciting concept. Both Maker and Splatoon are exciting evolutions in the Nintendo echelon.
And I think that's a perfect segue into the fact that was 2015. It's now 2016.
Yeah.
Let's see what the future holds for them. And hopefully, we'll have NX coming out soon.
Yeah.
We can find out all these unanswered
bumper
questions.
Launch, hopefully.
Oh, Metroid, Zelda,
ready.
Mario, Galaxy.
Well, guys, if you have any other ideas on games we could have forgotten or different opinions,
we definitely forgot some.
Yeah.
Do you just let us know?
As always.
Let us know what your favourite games and worst games were of 2015. And
like, subscribe, share, comment, tell your friends. iTunes, YouTube, and the website www.redcoin.net.au. Guys, thanks for joining us in 2015, and we look forward to spending 2016 with you. I think it's going to be a good year for Redcoin, and we've got a lot of more coming out. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you this year.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.